Hello, 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 everybody. It's your girl Ashley, the amateur expert, coming to you live today on a Wednesday. I think I'm calling it Work It Wednesday because I spoke yesterday to Victoria, and she was supposed to give me a live tutorial on icing these cookies, and um, I flubbed the icing. So I made it today, buttercream icing, and I'm so excited to get this lesson. So, hey, Crystal. So, and Victoria, and we'll get started.
Hello.
Hello again. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. Welcome
Your
back.
icing this time came out beautifully.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Thank
It's gonna
you.
be so much fun.
So, do you want to walk through the steps of making the perfect icing, or should I, since I'm the pro
I think
now?
you should, like, you're totally a pro with this.
No. Okay. So I'll start, and then you can tell me if I'm right. All
Yeah,
right.
that sounds
So
good.
we're starting with room temperature butter. Um,
Yes,
like actual butter. Butter, a stick
actual
of butter.
butter, sticks of butter. You can
Mhm.
also use plant-based butter. I have used Country Crock recently just came out with, I don't know if it was Country Crock. I think it was Country Crock. Sorry, totally spacing. But they actually just came out with plant-based butter sticks.
Oh, really?
So I have used for any of my vegan friends or dairy-free friends out there, I have used the Country Crock sticks. I used the avocado oil one as opposed to the olive oil one. They have avocado and olive oil based.
Okay.
Um, I don't know how the olive oil one tastes, but I know that avocado oil is more of a neutral
Gotcha.
oil flavor,
Okay.
so it wouldn't be super intense, and I knew it would go well with the sweetness. So that is great. It makes super, super fluffy icing that you just want to like lick off the spoon. So that you can use regular butter, dairy butter, or dairy-free butter. Both are beautiful.
And then we're gonna take it out the day before and make sure it's room temperature
Mhm.
and that it's soft to
Yes.
touch.
Yes.
And
You want to put your finger through it.
then what we're gonna do is we're gonna whip it with our hand mixer until it
Hmm.
is nice and fluffy, I think was the proper word that you used in my instructions.
Yep.
And then after that, we're gonna add in our powdered sugar, half a cup at a time, right?
Yes. So if with the powdered sugar, adding it in, so if say you have 4 cups of powdered sugar that you have to put into your butter for your icing or whatever the ratio is, adding it in a little bit at a time, make
Mm-hmm.
sure that there are no clumps in it and kind of just makes everything as smooth and fluffy. You can also, if you want to take it to the next level, and sometimes you get powdered sugar that's very clumpy and thick, you can also just sift it a little bit right onto the butter and then mix it like that.
Gotcha. Okay,
But you are
cool.
on the right track.
On the right track. And then from there, after we've got all of our sugar in, we're going to add
Hmm.
the vanilla
Yes.
and then our milk,
Hmm.
and we're going to beat it for 3 to 4 minutes, I think. I think that was the
Yep.
what we did.
Yep.
And
You
then
want
we
it
put
nice and
it
fluffy and soft.
perfect. And then we separate into our bowls, we add our colors, and then we are ready to
Hmm.
ice our cookies.
Yes. You're perfect. You're like a pro already. Like we're
I'm
already
so
there. We haven't
excited.
even started the cookie decorating yet, and like you're already on top of it. I love
I'm
it.
so excited. I probably will never bake the cookies, but I can do a mean job of icing them. So I'm so excited.
Perfect. So, do you want me to shift my camera now and we can kind of
Sure.
get started?
What will be our first
Cool.
step?
So, our first step will be to cut. I don't know where my scissors went. All my bags are already cut. But you want to cut a tiny hole into the tip of your icing bag. So you always, when cutting icing bags, piping bags, you always want to start small and then work your way up because, with a smaller hole, you can always make it bigger, but you can't work backwards and make it smaller.
That makes sense. Okay, so I'm really literally going to make this the smallest thing possible.
You want to be able to still squeeze the icing out of it.
Oh, I guess that doesn't make sense. All right, I think I think I didn't. Oh, I made a hole, but it is rather tiny. So hold on.
So you can make it a
Okay,
little bigger if you'd like.
okay, I'm ready.
Perfect. So what color are you starting with? What do you have
I
the light
did.
brown? So we'll start with that.
Yep.
Perfect. So I'm going to flip my camera right now. If you just give
Okay,
me just a second.
no problem. I'm gonna do mine too.
Perfect. All right. There we go. So you can see I have some samples of what our finished products will look like. So we're going with popsicles today just because I'm really feeling like the summer vibe. I'm just
Yeah.
ready for it. So I'm just going to move these guys out of the way. Let's start with the square one, kind of the more rectangle boxy one.
Okay.
So when I'm decorating cookies, I like to actually flip the cookie over. So I like to decorate the part of the cookie that was actually on the bottom that you baked on, because if you look at it, you have really straight
Ah,
edges and
okay, that
it's
makes sense.
nice and flat. So when we're working with buttercream today, but I typically use royal icing with my cookies for decorating, and it helps it from falling off the sides and just gives it a nice flat, smooth finish. So we're gonna start off by piping the little popsicle stick that goes in. So
Okay.
what I usually like to do to start is let's see here, how's that? I like to go around the outside first. It just helps give you a border and kind of let you know where you're starting, where you're finishing, and just
Around
gives you
just the
like the
bottom.
general shape. Yes.
Like how steady does
And
your hand have to
if
be?
your hole is too small, then you can definitely cut a bigger hole. It might make your life easier if you're having difficulties. Oh my gosh, no, look at you go. You're killing it.
I think I might be onto something.
Oh, we're gonna go in and do kind of lines. So like just going up and down to fill it in.
Okay.
So with buttercream, I typically work with royal icing. So royal icing floods itself. When you're piping it, the lines kind of meld into each other. So that's what gives you that really nice, smooth, flat finish. With buttercream, the lines are okay. The lines are your friend. It kind of just helps give it texture and it just looks so cute.
I feel like mine looks like it's tie-dye.
And that's totally okay. So with the buttercream icing, I've actually noticed that the food coloring reacts differently to like the fat of the butter than it does
Ah,
to royal icing. There's no butter in royal icing. It's just powdered sugar, water, vanilla, and meringue powder. So that I work primarily with that, but I do buttercream cakes and cupcakes and stuff. And recently I have noticed it's just so interesting how the ingredients react together. Cool. So your popsicle stick looks beautiful.
thank you.
Now we're going to take our white.
I'm ready. Gonna make my hole
And
again.
so I also just want to shout out these bags. I use Borderland Bakery bags. They are tipless, so you can just cut a hole in the tip and use the piping bag as is. You can also put like metal piping tips in it if you're going to make leaves and stuff. Um, they're super great, super durable, and I just am obsessed with them. So these are a fave across the board.
Yeah,
So what we're
they're
going to do with this
easy to
white,
manipulate.
yeah, they're really easy to use, and when you're holding them in your hand, it holds like nicely to the shape. So you're not overworking your muscles, and when you're piping like 200 cookies in a sitting, your hand doesn't get super tired. So with the white, we're going to take it and we're going to go like about a quarter of the way up the cookie,
Okay.
a third maybe, because we're going to make it look like an orange creamsicle.
Aha. Okay, I'm excited. I like creamsicles.
So with this one, we're just going to go and do the border around the bottom again,
Mm-hmm.
because that just helps be a guide for you. And then once we have that, we're going to go in again and ooh, there we go. I'm in frame a little better now. We're going to go up and down again and do the lines. So just back and forth, up and down.
Oop, I missed.
There we go. And the best part about the doing buttercream for decorating cookies, especially with kids, kids don't have the patience for royal icing to dry. Royal icing tastes best when it is, once it's dry and not wet, and you've got that nice crunch with it, and it's sweet. So buttercream is super kid friendly because, kids, like they're gonna put everything in their mouth. They're gonna put sprinkles. They're gonna eat the
Right.
icing. They're gonna eat the cookie. It's also a lot easier for them to handle, because it is, like I said, it doesn't fall off the sides. So if I'm doing like decorating parties, I'll usually just do buttercream. It's more user friendly for sure. That looks
Sh-
amazing.
Should I be smoothing this out at all? Because it looks a
You can smooth it
little
out if you'd like, but
stringy.
for mine, I left the lines. You can also go back over it and kind
Ah,
of um you add more on top of it if you like, just to smooth it out, or you can get a butter knife or a spatula too.
okay. We're getting somewhere.
But it looks great from what I can see.
Thank you. You know what? No matter what, it's going to taste amazing. And I think that's what I'm most excited
Exactly.
about.
That's
Okay.
the main thing. At the end of the day, is that it tastes good.
All right. So I've got the white part settled.
Perfect. So you got your stick done, you have your vanilla done. So now we're going to do the orange. You're going to just kind of start making like drips
Okay.
like this. And then you're going to outline the top the same way. You're just going to
Okay.
go do the border.
I'm feeling like it's Pac-Man-ish.
Exactly.
Pac-Man drips.
Do you do a lot of baking yourself
Mm.
at home?
No, there was a stage there was a stage in my life where I felt like I was doing a lot of babysitting and I
Hmm.
used to do like cupcakes with all the kids, but it was like scratch. I mean like box
Yeah.
cakes.
Box
Uh,
cakes are still delicious and they still get the job done when you want your cupcake fix.
agree. Agree. But I have not thanks to me, they have not I have not made cupcakes in a really long time. So are we gonna use the same
Now you
technique or
have your,
this is not
so
looking
now what we're
clear?
going to do is we're going to go across,
Ah, shorter.
just back and forth. So basically it's still doing that same line technique, but it's just
Going
back and
across.
forth, back and forth. One of the beautiful things about social media is that, so many amazingly talented people are constantly posting their work and like progress shots. So like people decorating cookies or painting, and like I don't know about you, but I could literally watch that for hours. I
Same.
Who am I kidding? Like I do watch that for hours.
The video that you sent me doing this, I watched it so many times. It's mesmerizing.
It's so satisfying. Like there's just something so zen about like watching like icing falling into place, or flooding, and the delicate detail work. And I do think that's why I fell in love with it so much, because it's like, when you're doing cookies, or when you're doing anything really baking wise, like your focus has to be on that. So, all of the craziness of the outside world just kind of gets shuts out, and food
Mm.
really feels like emotion. Is a huge part of
Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Um, but you
I mean,
were
actually, it looks
saying
so good.
Thank you. You were saying that you get lost in it and you're not able to, not able, but you're able to block out some of the sad things of the world.
Yeah, you just have to put all of your energy into it, and it's just a little moment of clarity when you're just hanging out and decorating.
I'm proud of myself.
You're doing so good.
Thank you. I have a great
And like you
teacher,
said, the best part is eating it afterwards. Oh my gosh, thank you.
an awesome teacher. Okay, I think I made a creamsicle cookie.
It looks awesome. Let's see. Let me see. Hold it up to the camera.
Ta-da!
Oh my gosh, you did so good.
Thank you.
Perfect.
So what's the,
So
so
do we want to do?
you said the difference between the royal icing is you have to like have to set?
Yep. So the royal icing is a lot more liquid. It's more runny, so it also doesn't have dairy in it. So with the
Okay.
royal icing, you have to let it crust over, and it sort of dries out.
Gotcha.
Um, so with the buttercream, it just what you pipe is what you get. Whereas with the royal icing, if it's thinner, then it's called flooding when you flood the whole cookie with one
Mm,
consistency.
gotcha. Okay. So which one do you want to do
So
next?
I was gonna say, which one are you feeling right now? Do you want to try the like three color, or do you want to do another like two toned to start?
Let's go two-tone. We'll work our way up.
Perfect. That sounds good. All right,
So
so we're gonna
that's this
go with
guy.
the round guy. And
So we're
same
gonna,
deal, flip them over because it's nice and flat.
that is,
You can see how sharp those corners are.
that's like a trade secret. I love
When
it.
I found that out, I'm telling you, I like kind of lost my mind because I was like, it makes so much sense, but it's like
It
one of
does.
those like little insider things.
But also too,
So,
when you pick up the cookie, like this looks so much nicer, right? So like if I'm looking at the
yes,
icing and like you get a nice cookie on both sides.
exactly. It's a nice, flat, smooth, all just one color, and then you have your design. So it does make it look so much nicer. So we're gonna start again with doing the popsicle stick.
Yep.
The same deal.
How long does it normally take you to do, like if you're not instructing, how long would it take you to just like pile plow through?
To do like the three cookies.
Yeah.
I think the video that I had sent you, it was like condensed down to
Are you there? I don't know what is happening. I'm having technical difficulties. I'm so sorry.
oh my gosh, it could be my end too. I have like 1,000 people on the Wi-Fi. Not like actually, but
Nevertheless, the cookies will be delicious.
perfect. So did you would ask how long it typically takes
Yes.
to do like the three. Um, I think because I sent you that video, so I think it was like it ended up being 30 seconds that was sped up. So I think if I remember the timestamp correctly, it was like 5-ish minutes.
Okay.
So, and this is just like very basic, um, and buttercream as well. So with the royal icing, it does take longer because everything has to crust kind of in layers.
Oh,
But what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna take the yellow.
yes. Yeah, oh, I gotta cut it.
Yeah, I cheated a little bit.
Okay,
All
the
of my bags
yellow.
were cut.
I should have been better prepared.
Oh,
But
that's
also, I
okay.
think I was waiting to see how far, how much I should cut.
Cut,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm
That's why I
ready.
sent you extra bags too, just in case. So with
Because
this
you
guy, we're
are
gonna
a
come
gem.
up we're gonna come up about halfway on the cookie, and we're gonna do the same stripey
Okay,
deal, outline the bottom, and then fill the top. Or
okay,
fill the bottom
got
half
it.
with the yellow.
The bottom. I keep going too close to the edge and missing.
Uh, Let me tell you, that happens all the time to me. So it is totally okay.
I'm in good company.
Exactly. This is actually, I think, the first time I've kind of done like a tutorial for cookies like
You're
this.
you're doing awesome.
Oh my gosh, thank you. And actually, yesterday was the first time I was ever on live, which is so wild.
And you also did a great job there. I
Thank you. I had such a blast yesterday.
I had a meeting with Sharon today and I told her I was like, and I was on with Victoria.
Oh my gosh, she's the best.
Okay, I think I'm halfway there.
Oh, you're ahead of me right now. You're killing it.
Sorry, I was not as efficient as you were. I
Oh,
just sort of just sped through it.
that is so okay. So we're gonna go back in with the white again.
Okay.
And we're going to do the same thing that we did on the orange. We're going to outline the top like normal, and then we're going to do like the drippy swoops.
Okay. Mine were a little pointy on the creamsicle, so I'm gonna do my best to make them.
Listen, every ice cream looks totally different. You and your friends could get the same like like the same popsicle flavor from the ice cream truck, and they're all going to look completely different.
You know, that's
So,
a good point. Thank you for
you're
that
welcome.
reassurance.
You're doing great.
And so you are selling these kits, right? To people who
Yes,
are in Connecticut.
just Connecticut people, unfortunately, right now. So I'm hoping to run this at the end of June. I'm currently in the midst of, graduation cookie orders and all that craziness, but also
Oh, I'm supposed to go sideways, I think.
I'm currently running a cupcake kit.
Oh,
Yep, you're
cool.
gonna fill that.
I
We're
like
gonna fill it just the same.
up and down or sideways.
Up and down.
Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool.
Yeah, I filled it like
Sharon's in
kind of in a
the
half circle. Oh my gosh, hey!
room. All right, yeah, I thought I was supposed
On
to
the
go side by side like the square one. Oh,
Yeah, on the video that I had done, I filled it like in a really weird way that I was kind of going across and up and down. And as I was like halfway through it, I was just like, why am I doing it this way? This doesn't make any sense. So yeah, the up and down is just like a nice, smoother, cleaner way.
what's the chocolate? The chocolate. I think it's like a cupcake, and it has like, is it a dipsy doodle? It has like the little swirly things on the top of it. This is what my cookie is reminding me of. I think it's called a dipsy doodle.
That sounds right. What's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
So I think my favorite is butter pecan, and that's was my mom's
Super good.
favorite. So I think, or is my mom's favorite. So I think like by default it became mine. Um,
Because it was just in the house so much.
yes, yes. I'm filling in these little dipsy doodle holes, but I think I did okay.
That looks good. So then I sent you two sprinkles, right?
Yes, you did.
So you can take your pick of sprinkles and whichever one you want, you could put it on the white.
I'm trying to remember what you sent me so I can make it look the same.
So I believe I sent you the like
These
rainbow
guys.
nonpareils. Yes. And then I think I either sent you fat rainbow. Oh, perfect. Okay, cool.
We're twins.
So you can do either one.
Okay.
I also have both.
Are we
I will
using?
probably I'll probably go with this one because I did last time I did the rainbow ones, but you can do whichever one you want. That's why I sent you both.
I'm gonna add some spice to this guy. Add some pink
It's
to
the
it.
best part.
This,
I would say for me, like sprinkles is my, as I've gotten into cookies and decorating more, I would say sprinkles are kind of like my guilty pleasure. Like if I am at Walmart or something and they have the new like seasonal sprinkles out, I'm like, well, I have to like buy all of them. Or if I'm at like Michael's, same deal.
that is too
It's
cute.
crazy.
Sprinkles is your thing. What's your favorite ice cream?
Um, when I could still eat dairy, I loved the Cherry Garcia or fish food from Ben and Jerry's.
Good stuff.
But I'm currently dairy free.
Yes, they can see
Did I lose you again? Fully see your roommate. It's so funny. Um, that was amazing.
They can't see me if I do this, right? Nope.
It's amazing.
Actually, yes. How many? How?
But yeah, so
Go ahead. Your
I
favorite
put
ice
a bunch
cream?
of sprinkles on.
Okay.
My favorite ice cream, the dairy-free Ben and Jerry's has a 7-layer bar.
Ooh,
So it's like coconut and graham cracker and chocolate. Like it's ridiculously good with like a graham cracker caramel swirl.
that sounds
That's currently been my favorite.
that sounds amazing. I'm not necessarily dairy free because gonna eat this, but I do
Yeah,
like
I mean, I eat this too. I'm a bad lactose intolerant person. I love cheese.
cheese is amazing. But I also do dairy free ice
So
cream
good.
sometimes. Okay, I think I'm overdoing it with the sprinkles, but I'm excited about this guy.
There is no such thing as overdoing it with sprinkles.
There we go. The second one is
That looks
completed.
amazing.
Thank you. This is
We
so
are killing it. You're
exciting.
doing so great. They look so fun.
So
So now we're
exciting.
going to do the 3-color one. And he has a bite taken out of it.
Love it. Because who wants to wait?
Exactly. So this guy, once again, turn him over
That's right.
and start with a popsicle stick again.
So the brown guy.
Is that your roommate? Can't wait to eat it once this is over.
Yep.
I love it.
Hey, Shuri, I think I saw you in the room too. So much fun. So, okay, you said your favorite ice cream, but what is your favorite popsicle?
Ooh, my favorite popsicle. I'm a sucker for like the bomb pop, like rocket pop, the red, white, and blue one.
Okay.
I just I love those. And if I can't find those and I'm trying to be like a grown up, I'll buy like the Outshine bars
Yes, those are my favorite.
because those are so good.
But I also, so when I was little, I used to ask my mom if we could have novelties because that's what it says in the grocery store line or an aisle. And so she got such a kick out of it that she used to let me buy them all the time. So I just used to
That's
like
amazing.
getting the biggest one they had so that in
Yeah.
case you could.
Oh, oh my gosh. I think I'm back. I'm having like weird technical difficulties tonight. I am so sorry.
No, it's okay. I don't know if it's me. I don't know what's happening, but we're getting through it.
And at the end of the day, we both have
We
cookies
have
for snacks.
delicious cookies to partake in. So this one I took some artistic liberties and the lines are not straight.
You can do it however you want. I'm just, like I said, a crazy person.
No, you're awesome.
So we're gonna go in with the blue next.
Aha. My colors are very much so pastel. How do you
I love it.
how do you make your colors darker? Like what is the
It's basically just putting a lot of coloring in it.
gotcha.
Okay, so we're gonna do, as you can see here, we broke it up like into thirds. So you're gonna go like a third of the way up with the blue.
Okay, cool.
Pretty much the exact reason I bought these cookie cutters was so I could make this cookie, pretty much.
Because it's your
My
favorite
favorite popsicle
popsicle.
of all time. Exactly.
So question, do you make the line going across or do you just do the like half?
When I did it on the other one, I just kind of went like this, like up and down,
Mm-hmm.
and then just filled it in on top of it. But you can also make the line across if you'd like. I actually need to make this tip a little bigger.
Okay. So I think I'll just follow what I was doing. I was just wondering if I had been doing it wrong this whole time.
Oh no, not at all. You're doing great. And there's no really wrong way of decorating. It's however you want to do it.
So then my next question is, after after we finish this, do I have to like put these
Yeah.
in the refrigerator or anything, or do I just like get to eat it?
Oh, you can totally just eat it. That's the beauty about the buttercream is that you don't have to like wait for it to set up or anything. You can just enjoy. So with the royal icing cookies, it kind of ends up being like a 2-ish day process because
Okay.
you have to go in and kind of fill, like it's called flooding. So you do your outline and then you just like fill it, and that has to crust over. And once that crusts over, you can do all the detail work on top of it. But it's basically like working in layers. So when you're looking at the image that you're doing, you start with like, say you're doing a face, you would start with like the whole flesh tone of the face, and then you would do like the eyes and the nose and the mouth and kind of work your way up.
Gotcha.
So next we're going to go in with the white, and we're going to do the same thing and come up. And for this one, I just put 2 lines on the side just to kind of make a guide for myself as to how like high up to go.
And then you
And
also
then same
have,
deal.
sorry, just for my
Yeah,
line, thinking about my line,
yes.
you leave the bite part in the red, right? Like
Yes,
yours
you're
it
doing
says,
the bite part in the red. So
okay,
I left about like maybe like a quarter of an inch.
okay, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. So you're learning about cookies. I'm learning how to teach cookies. So like we're both in this together.
It's a perfect partnership. You can totally do like Zoom classes.
There are so many people who are actually offering that. There are people who do classes like, oh my gosh, my bag is being annoying. There are people who do classes like in-person classes, like meetups and stuff, and they've actually started doing online like Zoom classes, or they're offering kind of like seminar type deals. It's been actually really amazing to like watch how the not only like the cookier community, but like how just kind of the entire food service industry has had to kind of come up with a new way to do what they do. I worked in restaurants before this, and people aren't sitting down to eat. Things are starting to slowly reopen up here in on the East Coast, but there's limitations and stuff.
Right.
So takeout is huge right now. Bartenders are actually doing make your own mixes at home. Like it's wild how just the innovation that people are coming up with.
Yeah, I actually interviewed someone last year, Drinks by Miko, and she does catering, live catering, or not live catering,
Yeah.
like caters parties, but it's
Hmm.
only like alcohol mixes. And then she also sells care packages that you can like sort of do like a bachelorette or like, and it's so cool. I actually think I have some of those left
Oh,
over.
that's so cute.
Yeah, so it is interesting to see how we've creating our new normal and adapting to this time.
It just shows how we persevere no matter what. And it's even though it's been a scary time and an overwhelming time, it's also been very inspiring for me personally.
Absolutely. And I don't want you to sell yourself out. You said other people are doing it. You can do it too. There's room for everyone.
Yes. That's why I actually started doing kits because of all of this, which is so cool. So with this one, we're going to start and we're going to do kind of the bite mark. So what you're going to do, let me see if I can hold it.
Mm-hmm.
So you're kind of just going to do like loops. These are not good bite
Oh,
marks. There we go.
okay.
Like
I see.
that.
Yep.
This guy's got a little bit of a janky tooth, but like it's fine. We all go to dentists.
Yes.
And then the same deal, you're gonna do the lines down
I have to think about this.
and then fill them in.
I'm going opposite. I don't know why this was weird.
It is like a weird like motion. For this past Christmas, I did, when I was doing all my Christmas cookies, I actually did gingerbread men with a bite taken out of their head. And they were so cute. Although I felt a little wrong, but like it's okay.
Yeah, I think my guy needs to actually go to the dentist. Stat. But you know what? It's okay. He'll eat the cookie first.
Exactly. That's why he's eating a popsicle, because he has to go to the dentist.
Exactly. I love it. I am excited to eat these. When they came.
So one of the sorry, what was that?
I was going to say they were like taunting me yesterday. I was like, no, we were supposed to do this.
I know, I can't imagine like just the self-control of like, and I cook, obviously I'm baking all the time and I'm, always kind of making stuff. I could like leave cupcakes, like I could whatever, but like these lemon vanilla sugar cookies, I'm like, I can have a snack. Like that's okay.
Snacks are
They're just
always
so
acceptable.
Good.
Yeah.
It's also nice because like I'll have leftover cookies because if I need like a dozen with like 4 of each, I'll make 5 of each so that way I just have an extra just in case. And with any extras, I'll text my friends and be like, hey, I have extras, want to bring me a coffee in exchange? And it's the best barter system ever.
That is an awesome bartering
because everyone's
system.
always down for cookies.
I love it. So did you use buttercream as well, or did you use?
I did use buttercream, but it's currently melting because my room is like 1,000 degrees. So you can see how this is like
It's super shiny.
totally. Yeah, it's super shiny. It's like the butter is 100% melting.
It looks amazing. I thought it was the other icing that you were talking about.
The royal icing,
royal
no,
icing.
it's just super hot.
It looks amazing.
All right. Let me see yours. Hold them up. Let me see.
Here we go.
That looks so good. I love the pastel colors with it, honestly.
Thank you.
It's super cute.
This was so much fun.
Should I flip the camera around? Should I pull it back up?
Yeah.
Cool. Give me just a second. Yay!
We did it.
You did so great. I would say you are officially a part of the like cookier community of Instagram.
Hey.
You're like a professional. You can now go out into the world and share your cookie knowledge.
Thank you. But I would have to say that I learned all of my cookier knowledge from the master cookier herself, Victoria.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I feel like I want to eat one right now.
Oh my gosh, try it.
I'm going to take a bite out of this guy because a bite was already taken. There we go. Cheers to us.
Cheers. Cheers, cheers, cheers. I'll take a bite too.
So good.
Yeah. Super good.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much again for doing this.
You're welcome. I'm so glad your icing came out beautifully. Your piping was beautiful. I'm so glad we could sit down and do this tonight. I had an absolute blast.
This is so good. My roommate is standing right there like,
I'm sure she is. Like, can I have some now? Love it.
Thank you again. And tell people where they can find you.
So I am on Instagram under Casanelli Pastries, and I'm on Facebook as well under Casanelli Pastries. So thank you everyone for hanging out with us tonight.
She's legit.
What?
I said hit her up, guys. She's legit. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Have a good night. Bye.
Bye.